What's up, everybody? What's good? What's going on right now? We got some I don't know what's with this work through it. What's going on? We Mary in the building. We got D7525 in the building. Uh we got time, and then we turn around and we have where she beats. If you trying to play with me today, I don't know why they're trying to play with me today, but that's okay. I don't know why they're playing with me today, but I may have to go out and come back in just because. So let me do that. I am here, guys. Let me go out and come back in. Let me text ADP. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to see. What's good, everybody? What's good? Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat. I want to know that you can hear me loud and clear. I'll put myself in the top here. There we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Who else? What's up, everybody? Y'all good today? Is everybody good today? If you can hear me, go ahead, put it on. Okay, good. We are now cooking with grease. So I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. It's been a tough time with StreamYard these couple little seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let's turn this on down so we can jump right into it, because I already seem to have wasted some time with this foolery that is going on with when you come, then go ahead and hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. ADP, I sent you the link. I also sent it to MSL. As you can see, the title, Dream Escapes. They escape with a win, a buzzer beater from none other than Jordin Canada. Jordin Canada was in the house. She said, I'm present and I will not be ignored and marked absent today, because I know we look at her from the first quarter and she did not seem like she was to the wire. And guys, just yes, I'm having bro clot. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this so that way we don't have that eruption. So when you come in the building, go ahead and hit the like button, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. It is important that you do that. In an instance, after as many as 22 points, this was the dream, and let's I'm into it, because I want to make sure this is what we're talking about here. We're talking about the Atlanta Dream surviving one of the wildest finishes in the WNBA this season for 2026. And after leading by 22 points, at one point, the Dream watched Chicago storm all before Jordin Canada delivered the game-winning layup at the buzzer. The Atlanta Dream a dramatic 93-91 victory over the Sky. Allisha Gray continued her All-WNBA campaign with 20 of the afternoon, with also get this up just slightly, because the echo, if there's an echo, because there we go, my tunes get me off up in there a little bit better. But nevertheless, you guys, the game became much bigger in basketball after Angel Reese went down with a frightening knee injury yesterday evening in the fourth quarter, which was early in the fourth quarter. We'll discuss what happened, how it affected teams emotionally, if it affected both teams emotionally. I do think it did. There are players on the Sky that we know are still very close with Angel. Their concern was there, of course, and what it could mean moving forward. Angel, I have not heard an update. If any of you have, please, by all means, some brief introductions. I want to continue to say, hey, Rasheen Beats, first person in the house on time. Got your Rasheen Beats, and guess what? I was ready to go. I was ready to hit that go button like that, but my girl ADP, I did not. I definitely tend to make sure that we all in our network don't run into each other. So 5 minutes past time, but it's okay. We good with it. Nicole Jordan in the building. Who else we got? I see. I'm doing the introductory again because I had off because it's kind of doing it like a little circle glitch. So we won't be having my face on the screen today. We'll be at this point. As you all know, I do not mind having my face on camera at all because I'm pretty. I'm that itch. We got TW7525, Mary. Troy Hall is in the building. Troy Hall 49. Oh wow, we got let's see, it's in greens off a little bit. Oh, we got Danae Sweets in the building. Danae Sweets 2804 in the building. Who else we got that scrolled in here? We got Bessie 1384 in the building. And who else? That's new. She wins. You made it in the building. That's what I'm talking about. We got Stephen Love. Stephen Love, welcome to the building. I'm glad you are here. Victory Taylor has made her way. Big Girl is here. Tony, I was on TikTok waiting on you. Don't worry. I'm getting ready to click it here in just a second. As a matter of fact, let me do it right now while I'm talking to you so we can get the TikTok moving. You're absolutely right. Thanks for making sure I am on my job. I appreciate that. Let's make sure we get this going here. Make sure I'm on the right one. There we go. We are going to go ahead and go live. Got my fire up. Let's go. There we go. We're here. Welcome. Anyone rolling in the building already on TikTok, you know what time it is. It is showtime with none other than your girl, So Pretty Tony, over here at Court Vision on YouTube. Come on over if you're not there. Those that want to go on over there to TikTok and hit them hearts up. Hit that, send me some hearts, Also, make sure you come on over. Enjoy some good old combo with So Pretty Tony. Who else we got in the building? We got and the Beast in the building. Glad you are here, Angel. Okay. I know you. hey, if you guys got some clips you want to send me, at that, look, I like the fact that she is off in the wind and ready for you the link. Tony broke Claude internet today. You absolutely right. She wins. I absolutely do. And that is why my face is off camera. Because I can't. Ready or really blaming Angel for Sandy's words. I know they're blaming Sandy's words. I don't know how they can blame Angie for Sandy's words. They came out of Sandy's mouth, not Angel Reese's mouth. They're really worried about the fact that why was she concerned about what what Andy said, but what Sandy said. At the end of the day, it's a tweet. It's something that was said. It's something that here in the United States of America, that can be something completely different. And now looking at that term, everybody knows what that term means. It has two different parts of Australia where she's from. So therefore, here in the States, you just don't call it by their name. And at the end of the day, those that have an issue with Angel having an issue behind what was said, considering that this young lady go through so much already, I think that is diabolical, right? Anything that anyone is doing at this, that is just ridiculously done, regardless of how upset you are, not be going on, period. You got to find better ways to harness your emotions and your concerns and different things like that, even in the midst of being upset. You can't say things like that. And this goes back, I have a clip, this goes back long before Angel and Caitlin and all of them have entered the W. There was a coach that was suspended and fined for the very same thing, calling a player out of their name. And period. You got to be held accountable. Nobody, let's put it this way, those that are upset that Angel was upset, ask those people when you're in their chats or they're asking you a question or you respond and say, would you feel the same if it was CC? Unfortunately, we got like that, right? Because if it was her, they would have more than a problem. They would have more than a problem. But nobody else in the W can have an issue about what Sandy said unless it's CC. Nobody can have an issue. Kind of did a slight buckle with between her and Williams over there with this guy, where she clearly fouled Angel at the top, and Angel's falling down to the right, and she's up underneath Williams' legs, and Williams fall. But my thing is this: to have a problem with what Sandy said, calling this young lady a species, that's a problem. You can't call a person out their name. I don't care who you are or why you think it's unimportant. The only person that should Angel think it's no big deal, then Angel is fine. And as you know, we saw the interview that Angel had. We will pull it up. Angel very, very clear on she's going to speak on it once. Once she spoke on it, that was the end. No. Did she see the? Yes. Did she see what happened? Yes. Did she respond? Yes. Does she accept the apology? Yes. She's moving. Still doesn't excuse the fact that she will indeed have to go through what she needs to go through as a coach, as a staff member, because they're all employees. You have players, coaches, to about a player at all. It's the same thing like you said about her team last year. So which one is it? Which way would you prefer she go? You told her to shut up and dribble. I think she's shutting up and she's dribbling, and she's still being called out her name. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Then you told her, "Oh, you're not being fouled. Stop. Don't even complain about the fouls because we're gonna call them." Guess what she does? She doesn't complain. Like those that are extremely obvious. That's a problem. But gets away with slapping the shit out of people. I'm just gonna say it. She gets away with slapping the taste out of play. Said, I'm not having none of this, and checked her up right away. Right? That is control the tempo and the temperament of a player when you're in that mode. So therefore, CC had to calm down. Sometimes you just got to give a player one just to get them out of your face and get them to calm down, because wait, it's nothing else. Can't change it. You can't change it, chat. We can talk about this all day long. It'll never be right. But Angel can't express how something that was said makes her uncomfortable. She doesn't know what it means. And if you're saying something, and I'm gonna be frank with you, right? If you are from another country and you say something to somebody on the street, say something. That's the nature of the business. That's the nature of human beings. We react. How do you choose to handle it can be different, but you will react. Natural habitat reaction. That's it. It's a natural reaction. Concerns. You got to know when is when and when enough. That's it. But I believe this guy come back. I couldn't believe they let him come. You didn't hear me? I went ahead and I sent you the link. It's in your email. ADP, the link is in email. Mary, what some did was hit the third quarter off with Barlace, and it just simply disrupt the lineup early. And so the Dream got punched in the mouth quick in the third quarter. I think it was like 13-2 before we actually really started putting some numbers up. By that time, you're down. Now you're trading buckets, and you're still down by 11. So, with that being said, sometimes it's pretty on the coach. It says Reese missed back-to-back layups in one possession. She's definitely not all right. She was in tears. She tripped and hurt her knee and her ankle. Whether it was knee or ankle, they said it was a knee. It looked like her ankle buckled, not her knee, but maybe it is her knee, because when she came back, she had ice right at the lower part of her knee, resting taped up and trying to probably take care of whatever that issue may be. So, but yeah, absolutely, it's crazy. That's why you said knee and or ankle last night as well. And for Reese, of course, we all should be. I would hope that everyone is concerned. Sometimes people can be silly, but being silly sometimes doesn't mean that you don't. So I can say that some people are just out there just wilding. Hey, I see 60 plus people, to make sure that I have 65 plus likes. Hey, take care of that. Make sure that's that means private jet. I am so glad that she is out of there. She did not be on the bus rolling where she was rolling, which was, however, essentially going to take them to a flight anyway to get back to Atlanta. But wherever she's going, they're going themselves and then back forth. So I'm sure he took her and they went probably to make sure that she's okay. So with that being said, I'm in definitely agreement with that for sure. Says Tony Tyler Marsh had a great analyst of Angel Okot and a dream. And they had a comeback. Well, the angle for what a performance she gave on, was it Thursday? They saw the performance she gave on Thursday, so therefore they were not going to let that happen again. But they also know her very well. They've played her before against her, and they played with her, so they have her ticket. Okot is somebody that they're still trying to figure out. They don't know that well. I think for Okot, when Okot gets into foul trouble, it's just simply because she's young. She's a rookie, and the experience piece for her can sometimes sway a decision one way or the other on how her performance for that particular game is going to be. Bob Jones says she's living her best life. Private jet isn't cheap. Well, hey, she can afford it. Her man can afford it. Hey, whatever happens, hey, do your thing. That's all I'm saying. We just get quickly, make sure she's okay. She doesn't need to be riding on a bus to the airport anywhere, wherever it is. I'm sure he had a way to make sure that she got and is able to get things taken care of that needs to be taken care of extremely well. She's a millionaire. I think she's got it for sure, Barbie. She absolutely got it. She meant because remember, and just enjoy what's going on in the locker room. The first thing that they do, they get in the locker room, the coach building. Said Barbara, I figured in and went her brain dead. Definitely has the money. Let's see, can I come? MSL, you're asking me to come up. I already sent you the link email. You didn't get it? I'm still trying to see where you at. Someone says you who is that? Oh, Marcus Herrera, welcome to the building. He says you can say she's protected, but come on now. Absolutely. You can't say those words. Those words is just diabolical. It's sometimes just you got to be careful what you say when you're talking about players. And when in the public eye like this, guys, let's say this, you just have to think before you speak, even in the moment of passion. When you're upset, you're in a moment of passion, right? Took me some time to do that. Becoming a wife and becoming a mother, more so than just becoming a wife, taught me patience. Because you got to have patience. You really have patience. it's just like being in your child or children, right? That will scar them for life, that they're going to remember that. And every time when they get older to speak up for themselves, they're talking about what you said and did to them way back when. You know how that goes. Let's turn this off a little bit. You know how that goes. They'll come back and they'll remind you of what you said to them. And, and it can absolutely be the biggest mistake, one of the biggest mistakes you ever made. And then you say, well, I apologize. I apologize. We know you apologize, but the question is, it still affect me, right? I can say that because that's number one. That's a true statement within my family as well. You do stuff, you grow up, and people say things and do things, and it's like, well, you didn't do this, and da 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 da, and you spend more time making your family feel bad than giving them comfort about something that happened way back when that you should be letting go. And when you can't let something go, to me, that's a big problem. You got to be able to let it go, let it ride. But in situations like this, you told me how you felt. Okay, I'll never do it again. I apologize. And then you question is, we know that we asked the question, and we're going to ask the question again. If Sandy did not get caught, okay, if Sandy didn't get caught, right, should she be apologizing? No. I mean, it's simple. The answer is no. You know why? Because nobody would have known she said it, and it wouldn't be in public eye, and it wouldn't have went viral like it did. For anyone to sit there and say, I mean, that's just like I'm going rapid there on Threads and X now. Like, I usually just would just let it go by and watch people's things. There you go. What's going on, MSL, man? I was
It's just been a boring weekend for all of us, right, Tony? Just a boring weekend, right?
a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. It says she called
Not
Angel
much going on.
a piece. Oh, that was you saying. That's what you were saying, that she called a piece.
What did I
And
say? Your internet definitely is going in and out right now, Tony, but I didn't hear you. What did you say?
yeah, I know it's like really bad right now. They're working on it around here. So since they're working on it, and
Okay,
then
but
even my first one is acting a little weird.
I didn't hear you, but I guess you were probably asking me about Sandy, right?
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
Angel. Well, my quick thing on Sandy and Angel is, first of all, if you listen close enough, it also sounds like she called her a piece of shit.
One thing before you get started, MSL. One thing before you get started. Let's do the intro real quick because I'm every.
When you say the intro, you mean like music, or you're going to play a video?
Welcome to the building, everybody. I just came in and I said hi to everybody that came into the building in the chat.
Hello?
I didn't say that today. I'm not gonna make it a big deal. But go ahead, MSL.
Oh, okay, because I didn't hear. My apologies. Regarding Sandy, I just wanted to say, I know there's a lot to talk about. There's Angel, there's what Sandy, the reaction to Angel, how all this stuff stems from 2024, whether people realize it or not, because for Sandy to even fix herself to say something like that, even if you go back and look at the games from when in 2024, how hard her players fought to stop Angel from getting that double streak, and
I
it was
think
at
somebody
15
had.
games. Right, that was Sandy. That was Sandy. What happened with what happened with you know, what's her face, Isabella Harrison? That was with Sandy. What she said, and what's interesting in what she said was she just didn't call her a protected species. She also called her a piece of shit. But you notice nobody ever says that component of it, because if they did, then it would be easy and simple to know that she meant it with malice. But they always find a way. They call it a limited hangout, or diversion, to focus on one thing and talk about something else. Because if they said she called her a piece of shit and a protected species, then everyone would know she had malcontent. But all the people who are saying that it's a phrase used in sports, that's kind of silly, because if they did a modicum of research, they would also find out that it's a slur towards the indigenous Black people of Australia. And that's well known. That would be like, think about it. That would be like us in America. Hey, ADP, I know
Weird
Tony's
day,
spinning.
guys. I am sorry. It is a
Hey.
weird day.
Hey,
Now,
MSL.
hey,
Hey,
ADP.
Tony.
It's a weird internet day. What's going on?
Yeah, because it's throwing me off because I don't hear anything. So I'm just like, okay, let me just, I guess I got to hit on
Guys,
music,
I
got to hit on
don't.
intro. She wins, call it the bro claw
Yeah,
internet.
no. If I drop, you guys continue.
Just
on.
talk to each other, right?
Okay.
Yeah, just
But
continue on with your delivery.
Yeah. But what they're saying is akin to the N-word. Think about it, y'all. Let's be real. What they're saying is akin to the N-word. 99% of the time when the N-word is used, whether we like it or not, chat and ADP, it's used as a term of endearment, right? Whether we like it or use the word or not, it's used as a term of endearment. It would be like someone in Australia calling a Black person the N-word and then saying, oh, don't worry about it, it's a term of endearment. When in reality, it may be used as a term of endearment 99% of the time, but guess what? Just like, you know how like when white folks say, why do y'all use that word? Okay, this is not me, but I'm just talking about people in general. When someone curses at you, when someone calls you the N-word, right, a friend, you know it's a term of endearment. But if a white guy got mad at you at the gas station because you did something you didn't like and he called you the N-word, you would know it's a racial epithet. Because guess what? In English, just like every other languages, words can have different meanings. And we as human beings, not animals, we understand the context of words' different meanings. So the people who are saying that, these are trolls. These are people who are paid. These are just these are people being wholly disingenuous, because everyone knows it's a racial epithet against the indigenous people of Australia. And the fact that she was mad, just like that gas station situation, the fact, because if you look at the scene, she didn't care about Nyla. She was just concerned with trying to get the refs upset with Angel. And she's like, she was just steaming. And she's like, piece of shit. She's like, piece of shit. Protected species, protected species. That's what you heard. So how could piece of shit and protected species ever be a good thing? But that's why they never bring up the piece of shit comment that she made.
Right. Because in much respect, she's trying to say that that's what she was telling the ref, that the ref's a piece of ish, but saying it all together so it can allude that you're saying it to Angel as well. So either you're saying it and you're saying she's a protected species and you're a piece of shit, but if she's saying that to the refs, like when I hear it, right, and we heard the end, she's a protected species, piece of shit. Heard it.
Yeah, doesn't sound good, Tony. And this is 2 weeks after Isabel Harrison suplexed her on the court. And then last night, Temi, after she made her original comments, this lets you know there's something wrong going on with Sandy. Temi started talking about where all your money and where all your this and where all your this and all your that. I forgot the rest of it. ADP may know. But why are you talking about Angel Reese when Angel Reese ain't got nothing to say to you? Like, this girl is either dumb as a doorknob. Temi poured on top of what she said and said, as usual, Duval and Keisha played this on Cut the Ish last night, but she had said something to the effect of, with all your money and with all your this and with all your that. And apparently she may have also had Isabel Harrison, but don't quote me on that. I didn't catch the person they said, but they said, but Duval had said is someone you know who doesn't like Angel. So I'm assuming it was Isabel. So this girl, Tammy Famboli, has gone off the deep end, just like Isabella Harrison. So you got to wonder, and this is what they were trying to sweep under the rug, that Sandy, you could make an argument that Sandy hates Angel based off of what has happened on the court and what she said on the sideline. So like you said, Tony, for these people to try to tell Angel to shut up based off everything she experienced is crazy. And this also goes back to all the Kathy stuff from 2024, because people internally in the league, just like how they know they can foul her to death, they feel that they can treat her a certain way because they know Kathy in the league is not going to back her, or worse, they may be against her.
Wow.
I think what we have to remember is that it's a lot of politics and backhand stuff behind closed doors. And
Absolutely.
like I said, the snakes are going to come out those holes. So all the snakes going to be, from the organization to the coaches to the players. It's all going to come out. But this starts with the head. They have allowed this to happen. They have allowed the teams and the coaches and whoever else get comfortable with attacking Angel Reese in the way that they do, even down to the refs. So because they have been allowed to do it, they thought they could do that also and say whatever they want to say without consequences, because they have had no consequences for bullying, verbal, physical, and whatever else attacks against Angel Reese, whether it's down to the refs. Don't get it twisted. It's not just the refs up in this. This is big. This is with the players. This is with the coaches. This is with the organization. It's all about the politics and the mess all behind there. They're just using this league. To me, like I said, earlier, Tony, I believe that, and it's sad that they're using this league for their own personal agendas. And whether it's players we like or players we don't like, but it had to, at the end of the day, it starts with the head. And because they can get away with it, they're going to keep doing it until they put a stop. This is a warning sign. Will it stop everything? No. He going to reveal them all. All of them snakes are coming out that hole. Watch what I tell you. And this is just the beginning. Because when you can come out and say stuff like that, let me tell you something. There's a thing called a brain. We all have a brain. Your brain is going to tell you to what to say and what not to say. You choose. Okay. Your brain is going to say, your brain is going to tell you, hey, you might not want to say that right now. You better hold back. You better call your conscience, right? But you still chose to say it. And guys, if it wasn't offensive, if she didn't mean to say it, how many more apologies are you going to come with? You apologize the first time, you know what I'm saying? But then you come back and you apologize again. That's because I feel like this is just my personal opinion. I feel like if she hadn't got caught, she would not have apologized. Okay, period. And then the fact that she didn't think that she was going to suffer any consequences for it. Even though that's like a slap, somebody will pay that for her, you know what I'm saying? But the point is, yes, she did apologize, but you had a choice not to say that, knowing this young lady been in the league and she has not been able to catch a break. So you are part of the problem. You are adding on to her being a target to everybody else. And let me tell you something with that team. That team, guess who was sitting right beside her when she had the presser after the game? You can't tell me there's no connection. You can't tell me there's no connections there. Then on top of that
was a guess. It was Izzy?
Yes. And then on top of that, you got Timmy. I don't want to hear the backtracking and all that kind of stuff. When are we going to stop pushing stuff aside and say enough is enough? Stop agreeing with fake apologies, because we know real is real. Whether we like it or not, or who it's coming from, that was intentional. That was, I'm going to say whatever I want to say. I'm going to let my teams come at this young lady any kind of way. And I'm not going to have no consequences for my team. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be able to do whatever they want to do. They bully Angel. They had Angel in a wrestling match. And they try to do it this last one too. They're not stopping. Not just that team, all of them. If you want to be honest, guys, I ain't trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to say it's not one particular team. It's all of these teams. Every one of these teams has a personal vendetta against Angel Reese, and they know it, and they have allowed it to happen. So now what's happening is Angel Reese goes to the Dream, right? The Dream.
Yeah.
Sorry, baby. Sorry, Mama. The Dream has actually started to see. Hold on, give me 1 second. The Dream have started to see what's going on behind closed doors. So now they don't care. They don't care now. Hold on, Mama. Okay, I'll give you a hug. Okay, love you, baby. They don't care if they're getting players are speaking out. They don't care about them fines, guys. They don't care about none of that. They're speaking out now for what's right. This is why I say you can say what you want to say about that Dream Team. They have accountability, they have favor, and they show it. And what they have been doing, it might not have been perfect. Victory don't look perfect all the time, but they definitely have her back. When have you seen a player willing to take a tech for somebody? That's a ride or die. Go Rhyne. Go shout out to Rhyne Howard. But I'm just saying,
this says,
go ahead.
So Timothy brings Caitlin Clark into Angel Reese protected species controversy while defending Sandy Bernardillo. Let's see. Toronto Temple Center Timmy Fimbile on Sandy condemned the WNBA's decision to suspend head coach Sandy Bernardillo over comments she made about Atlanta Dream star Angel Reese. Bernardillo was suspended for 1 game after referring to Reese as a protected species while arguing a foul call with the officials during Toronto's 111-92 loss to the Dream on Friday. The remarks sparked, of course, we know, widespread backlash against Bernardillo, who later issued a public apology, saying she regretted her choice of words and never intended to cause harm, which we've seen that. I don't want to keep playing the same tweets over and over again, but we know the tweets, they're out there. They talked about how she apologized and never intended to hurt or harm her racial thing. She knows what's going on in the league. Sandy Bernardillo has been in the league 20 plus years.
You're out again.
Yeah.
You're back.
Long before Angel. Yeah. Long before Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark came as a coach that was suspended for the very same thing. Players coach did. You do it like Dallas coach did, right? And say that you need to play better because you're playing like trash. But when you're calling out an individual player and you're calling them by name, that's personal. And when you make it personal, you get suspended. So Angel was suspended last year for some words that she said that they felt was detrimental to the team. So why say what Angel thinks, right? Yes, her fans are going to go hard for her. They're going to look for situations and scenarios from other players and say, well, you did this for that player, you didn't do this for vice versa. But ultimately, it's how Angel feel. I don't care about the people that are it got to be harm. It doesn't have to be harmful, but I'm almost certain that if it was said to Cece, with Angel having an issue with it, they're the only ones that seem to have a problem. So They're
Oh, you
literally
so
working on. You got to bear with me, guys. Bear with me.
now I just want to know if you were still talking because Amy Sue sent the quote that I was telling you about Timmy last night, and it's really bad.
Yeah. I'll sec. Yeah. Let me finish. So the remarks spoken when she said the apology says shortly after the league announced the suspension, Timmy Finlay came to her head coach defense, arguing protected species. Protected species is a figure of speech. Finlay wrote on threads, and I
Tongue going in and out.
Tony.
She going.
All right, let me read what Amy said, or what Timmy said that Amy posted. Apparently, apparently, Tony, Timmy said, "quote Ultimately, your material things, fame, points scored, likes, number of followers, looks, etc., are meaningless. What is the
about
content
Cece.
of what is the content of your character?" Are you still talking, Tony?
Yes, I'm still talking. I'm
Your
sorry.
internet was out for like 30 seconds.
I can't help my internet, y'all. I can't help it. I'm here. I'm supposed to be here at this time. I can't help it.
Yeah, we can't hear anything you're saying.
Yeah, we couldn't hear
Can you hear
anything
me?
you was.
Oh, I'm
What
just
did you
reading
try?
the article right now. I'm
Did
just
you try
reading.
resetting something?
I'm
Oh, that
reading
would
the
knock us
article
all
right
out.
now.
You can't do it.
I'm reading the article right now. Just
Okay.
the middle piece. Yeah.
We can't hear you though.
Okay. I can hear you guys. So do I need to go out and come back in? Is that what you're saying?
As long
Yeah,
as you
you're
don't
right.
knock
Yeah.
us out, yeah. As long as you don't
Go.
knock us out, yeah.
She won't knock us out. She gotta come.
No.
It's StreamYard. Emma said you gotta. Sometimes you gotta go out and come back in when it does this. So Tony, yeah, you gotta go out and come back in.
Yeah. I
So
had
what
to
I
do that the
happened?
other day.
Yeah, and she'll just have to pull back up the article, but it should be down there already. Yeah, StreamYard. I don't know.
Yeah.
It does that sometime,
Yeah. But let
but
me read the quote by Timmy. I'll read it again when she comes back just so she can hear it.
oh, I
But
don't know, Van, if that meeting with the league is tomorrow. I don't know. I have to check into it. Emma say you do you know if it's tomorrow?
no, but I really hope they do because this stuff is way, way deeper than what they want us to believe. That's why they keep gaslighting people. Because let's
Oh,
be
we know.
honest, because even if you knew nothing about the meaning, just you wouldn't like jump up and say and defend someone right off the bat because you know it doesn't sound right. If you're defending someone, you're one of three things: you're stupid, you're being paid or you got a relationship with that person, because why would you jump in the fray of something like this? Because as soon as you hear it, you go, oh boy, that sounds weird, that sounds bad. So why would you all of a sudden go start defending people? It's just dumb. It's just dumb. we already
Oh, Van. TW said Thursday or Friday. Thank you, TW.
we already know it's a slur in the Aboriginal community. So if you don't know that, you're gaslighting, you're lying, or you're stupid. And one of our favorite podcasters, I'm not going to say their names, one of our favorite podcasters did 30 minutes on this subject. And unless I didn't listen to the whole 30 minutes, the person took the definition that the adversaries want you to believe and couldn't figure out in their research that this was a slur against the Aboriginal community. It's like what I said about the N-word. You can call the N-word a term of endearment because it is 99.7% of the time. But that doesn't mean when someone else calls you the N-word in anger, that it's not taken as an epithet. Same thing. You want to say this is something that's involved in sports? Okay,
I'm
let's
back.
say that. Oh, you back?
Okay, Tony, we
You're
hear
back
you.
and better, Tony. You're back and better, Tony.
I'm back and better. Go ahead, finish talking.
No,
Okay.
I'll go back.
You gotta pull your article back up, boo. You gotta pull
That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing. Pulling the
Okay.
article.
Okay. Go ahead, MSL. She said.
Oh yeah, no. On top of your article and what Temi originally said, Tony, apparently she came back last night, and this requires analysis all on its own. She said, and I quote, and Amy Sue provided it, Duval and Keisha mentioned it last night. She says, quote, ultimately, your material things, fame, points scored, likes, and number of followers, looks, etc., are meaningless. What is the content of your character? Unquote. What the hell is this? What like these?
Who was she saying that to?
She's saying it to Angel, obviously, but my question is, why? What did Angel do? What did Angel do to you?
But my question is this, though, MSL. Like, I like to have context. Why is she saying it to Angel? Did Angel respond to something that she said?
This is what I'm saying, Tony. She's either crazy on payroll or she has serious psychological issues, because as adults, and we can talk about the WNBA and how crazy it seems some of the players are, but as an adult, you're supposed to learn to mind your business or stay out the fray. You know what that would be like, Tony? You always got to give examples to make it make sense. That would be like we're at our job and you hear that your boss got into some sort of trouble or got into an argument with another colleague. Am I going to jump and start bad mouthing that other colleague publicly or to other employees, or are we just going to keep our mouth shut and go, oh boy, I wonder what's going on with them? Oh well, none of my business. I don't know where she said it. Amy Sue can type it in the chat. I don't know where she said it, but yeah, she said ultimately, I'm not on the internet like that, but she said ultimately your material things.
Some is on Threads. Some of it is on Threads, and some of it
fame. Points scored, likes, at hashtag, at a lot of followers, looks, etc., are meaningless. What is the content of your character? And this goes back to what ADP and what you were saying, Tony. What has Angel done to garner any of this? So what I can tell you what this is just people trying to appeal to the Clarkies and to the racists and to the corporate media and to Barstool and Fox and Outkick, and because if you believe any of these people, Angel is like the worst person in the world, but in reality, Angel has done nothing. Angel has done nothing, and in reality, it's Clark.
Did she tag that? Is she saying that in reference to Angel and Caitlin because of who they are, or she's specifically saying it? See, context. You know,
that I can't answer, but whether she did
context for me, like I can hear that, right? But from someone that has to try to also have an open mind, although that I'm an Angel Reese fan, I still have to have an open mind. So I really, truly have to understand.
But Tony, what has Angel done to deserve a tongue lashing?
She hasn't done anything to any of them. MSL, she hasn't done anything to any of them. But people, you know, and we could use the term jealousy and
I definitely think she's jealous, 100%, especially if she's hanging out with Isabel Harrison. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to haunt her, because my thing is, again, she came into league, she was drafted, she was on the team, came in and she was on Golden State Valks, and then she moved from Golden State Valks to where she is now. Just like what's her name that moved from the Valks and she's with the Fever right now. So you're alluding to this to say that if it was Caitlin Clark, it would be a different story. What different story? And that's where I'm going with this.
If you want to look for it, Tony, Reddit Milky Way said it may be on Temi's Instagram profile, if it's still up and if it's still there.
She's dumb. She is a dumbass. Let me go to it.
But what I'm gonna say about this, guys, is that she just opened up the door for consequences. She's gonna have consequences from this. Watch what I tell you. Everyone that's coming out that hole, that snake hole, is gonna have consequences. Because the fact that they think they're not, this is why you're gonna keep getting this. But each one of them coming out, they either coming in hers or one by one. But watch, she gonna suffer some consequences for this, because this was unnecessary.
Absolutely unnecessary. It makes no sense. Like I said, it's like if your boss got into an argument with a coworker and you started defending the coworker to other members when it's not your argument.
Yeah, Mo Billings. That's who I was trying to say. TW Mo Billings. Yeah. Okay, now let me check on Instagram because I was sending some other stuff. I thought I completed it earlier. I was trying to send my thumbnail to there. So let me search. Let's search. A good old raggedy ass Timmy Benley, whatever.
Raggedy for sure.
Yeah. So she probably came back after, or was this after Angel went on and said she was going to talk about it once?
It appears like she did it after Angel had her press conference yesterday.
Yeah.
Not the first one. Not that first quote she did. She did that one in.
No, I'm talking about the second one. Yeah, I'm talking about the second
that was after. Yeah, that was after.
Jennifer Benley. Here she is. Girl, go do something with yourself. Anyway, let's find this so-called comment she made.
And remember, there are other teams you may have to go to one day. You just messed that consequence up. I mean, that's the consequence you're gonna pay for doing all this extra stuff. Sorry, guys.
Oh, somebody sent me something. Let's see. I was sent something in Instagram. Let me see. Let's see. Somebody sent me something.
What about more well-known podcasters spent a half hour on this and got the entire meaning wrong, unless that person came back at the end and corrected it. But people in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but they actually went with the definition that the power structure wants us to believe when it's so easy and simple to find the slur to the indigenous people. And she was also unaware of the piece of shit comments, and she was also unaware or didn't bring up what Izzy did to her 2 weeks ago, and what Tammy is doing now, pouring on. It's making Sandy Brondello look real bad. And some people also feel there's a lot of stuff to dig up with the New York Liberty. So for those of you who know what's going on in the Liberty, you can bring that up, because some folks say she wasn't liked there by the players or by the management. The question is why?
Yeah, I can ask that. But see, people don't just criticize Angel. They project their own beliefs.
Correct.
Correct.
Of course. Yep. I'm reading a quote right here. It's just like your own beliefs of what you think, how she should feel. And that's where I'm going with that. And we haven't even gotten into just how they played yesterday, right? We're just, and what could possibly be going on with her for as what took place, the demise of these people. And I'm going to say this. People are like, oh, you know, Angel missed these. Angel missed some layups yesterday. And I'm going flat out like, God dang, right? Her, but she wasn't the only one. So did Bree Jones. But I'm going to tell you, mental stability is always an issue. And you could hear it in her voice when having to speak about this.
Yeah, when she first started, which is all I had saw at the time. But yes, yeah, she was trembling when she first started talking.
She just was not there, but she wanted to say, hey, let's move on. She apologized. She said it. I responded. She apologized, accept her apology. But, you know, the league got it right. As that the league got it right, you know, there's no right for a player, a coach, or anyone to be able to call anyone a name and that not be a situation, right? So you can tell even in that moment that it bothered her, because you imagine, like, you just say one thing and everybody is like, it's like.
Well, Angel didn't do anything. And I thought her response on Twitter was appropriate.
Wait, it's like it's 5 people to the entire world, all on ganged up on this young lady.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Including people like this, because you're mad. Why? Because your coach got suspended because she said something she shouldn't have said. It was an Angel that put it out there. It was an Angel that asked for the call to be made. It wasn't Angel that said that this needed to take place. What are we talking about here? That's my issue. Hey, that's right, Kurt. Hey, Coach Curtis said we outside. We are definitely outside. Timmy isn't even a Black American. But Black Twitter said Black women are constantly praised for being strong. but too often they praise becomes an excuse not to protect them, right? Because as you can say, and I'm reading that quote because this is what they say. Oh, she should have tough skin, right?
Yeah, you know, but go ahead, Tony.
Am I
Sorry.
right or am I wrong? She should have tough skin. She should understand. She didn't
They're
mean
gaslighting us. That's what they're doing. They're
right.
gaslighting her.
Over and over. So you're expecting, and we get this even to this day. You don't have to be an athlete. You could just be a regular coworker. You could be a soldier. You could be an employee. You can be an employer who still has somebody within your organization that you are an employer over. Just anywhere in this country, you can say something, and a black person, because you walk with your chest up, your head held high, and you look a person in the eye, even in the midst of drama, and they say, "Oh, you think you're all that? You think you too much? There's a problem." I.e., I'm going through one of those moments right now. Oh no, she thinks she knows everything. I don't know everything, but what you're talking about, I fucking know about. Like, which makes it difficult for other people, and then they smear your name. And this is what is happening with Angel. Her name is just being smeared at every turn. No one knows how to stop it. They do and they could, but they won't. And the reason they won't, it has gone so far, MSL and ADP in chat, that I don't think that no matter what anybody says at this point, Angel's never going to have a calm, demeaning life at all in this entire league. When she's out of the league, you're still going to have people who talks about, oh, the history of Angel Reese and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, she was the chick nobody liked. It's going to be embedded in her forever. And unfortunately,
well, if the civil rights organizations start to go after the league in unison, and said, I think, because here's the thing, right? They hate narratives, right? Because it's one thing because first, I think one of the reasons that Sandy came out with the form and then they suspended her, I think they had suspended her already, and that's why the form was so well written, because once Angel gave that response on Twitter or whatever she gave the response on, it put them on notice. And in that classic Angel fashion, she has a way to say so few words but to have serious impact, right? Yes. And the fact that she was so fearless and not afraid to go directly at Sandy without insulting her, but to make it very clear that, no, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this woman. You know, that put the league on notice, and they realized, especially after they've been trying to sell us for the past 3 weeks, that the other girl was a quote unquote endangered species, right? That's what they were trying to tell us. Well, now, if this Angel story took legs, it would wipe away all the work they tried the last few weeks, you know, with Cece, which is why she got that 45-point game. But that's another story, especially after the senator had died, you know, last week as well. That had taken some of the legs under her story. So Angel would have just wiped it off the map if they would have let it grow, because it's my opinion that if they didn't handle this right, she would have been fired before the week was over. Sandy.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, it doesn't spell because you're strong and because you believe in yourself and because you have confidence in yourself that it's a permission to keep testing that person, to keep telling them that they have to endure everything that they're taking. People get tired. We're sitting here talking about a special whistle. It goes back to this, Miss L. We're talking about a special whistle that she acclaimed Angel has. Angel has not had a special whistle since the first 5 games, and she didn't have a special whistle. She was just allowed to simply play. She was allowed to just play in the first 5 games. After that whistle, she got no whistle. Y'all are saying she needs to get 5 fouls immediately while you guys can just run through. So basically, essentially, you're saying, Angel, we don't want you to play. We want you to come and just sit on the bench, look pretty, and don't play.
And she didn't get a whistle last night. She didn't get the easy whistle last night.
No, she did not.
Despite all of this,
She did
Show
not.
you how much the league hates her. I'm putting that in quotes. After all of what just happened, after this is why if it was me, Tony, and I said this yesterday, if it was me, I would have told them I will comment on her after I play my game yesterday, which could be today or whatever, Tuesday, because you don't want, unless she wanted to go out there, she wanted to go out there, so be it, right? But I wasn't gonna let them mess up my game, right? Just to respond to her, because I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. So let me play my game, and then I will have my press conference
Well,
the day after.
her game was going to be
the
messed up
moment,
already.
the minute Sandy opened her mouth, the game
The
was
minute
already
she said it,
messed up.
Angel was going to have a problem. Yeah. The minute she said it, Angel responding or not responding, it was going to affect Angel regardless.
Okay.
This game was going to be affected by what was said because of the public and just the way things are when it comes to Angel.
You guys could be 100% right. And if I was her, I wouldn't have read anything. I would have just stayed with the people I know. I wouldn't read a thing. I'd have played the game, and then I say, okay, let's have this stupid press conference. But you know, it's just very, very unfortunate what she has been through. A lot of it goes back to 2024 because Angel herself has intimated that Kathy don't like her. Let's be real. That Kathy don't like her. We know all the backdoor dealings and the problems. And you know, if I can say this, Tony, I finally watched that series on Showtime with Shaq and Reebok and Allen Iverson. I never watched it before, right?
It's good. Right. It's actually good.
So I've heard a lot of people say, like Tiffy Co, for example, Nike. And I'm like, yeah, I know Nike's probably involved, but I'm thinking it's the league with Nike as well. With Nike as well. But when I watched that show, I was like, oh yeah. Because they trying to get something off the ground and make moves. It ain't no way Nike is going to let this independent, because it was the dude that Shaq was talking to and some other people who bought the company. It's not a big public corporation, you know, that's owned by the big management companies and so forth like that, or owned by the big pension fund companies and so forth like that, or private equity. It's like an independent at this point. So yeah, they're going to try to crush and thwart those people. And think about it. The more, and if they were to officiate the way they were supposed to, Angel would be averaging 17 to 20 points a game, right? And then she would be that much more marketable. She'd be in that much more conversations for MVP, etc. And yeah, I can see Nike not wanting that to happen because they don't want Reebok to encroach on their territory, especially when Angel turned them down in 2023. And they're also a strategic advisor as well as an official WNBA sponsor. Hell yeah, because they don't want Reebok to make those moves.
No,
and
they don't.
Also, too, you got to look at this too, Tony. From the behind the scenes stuff, they want certain teams and certain spots for this championship. So, so that also plays a role in it too, and that doesn't include the Atlanta Dream. So that's a lot. That's some of the politics behind it. They look.
Well,
you said you want
I think it's any team. It will be any team that Angel's on. I don't think it's just that it's the Dream. It's just whatever team.
I'm just saying. Yeah,
and they would probably leave her alone. They'll probably leave her alone after Caitlin Clark wins. Caitlin Clark must win. She must win before Angel in order for them to leave Angel
alone.
If
she does, Tony, they're not going to leave Angel alone.
No, I'm not saying it in that sense. I'm saying what you're talking about when it comes to Kathy and those guys, right? The big push is for the big ultimate player that they have as the face to get due just of the big thing that everybody said that she needs to have, a championship. She doesn't own one. She doesn't have one at any level. So the big thing is for her to get one. Once she gets one, if we think her head is big now, it's going to be extremely big. But at the end of the day, I'm saying that's the motive, right? At this point, because
I think so.
Angel is on her own, right? Angel said, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to go to Reebok. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have my own. I got my own people, right? The motive and the thing is, it's to kind of dwindle any fast pace that Angel can be on, which in the beginning of the season,
any fast track,
the move was perfect to Atlanta because she was able to just run. She was able to be free. She was able to be the player that she is, and she was able to start off killing, right? Now
12 and 4.
I got to slow her down because she is making this.
They're about to make a mockery out the league.
Look really bad, right? So we have to. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot, like, I'm not gonna let you make CC look bad and show that we should have picked you or you should have been getting more praise than what you're getting or more likes than what you're getting in that sense, right? So that's what that spells for me. It doesn't spell anything else. It spells I gotta make sure that we can get CC back up on the top of whatever section she needs to be in, whether it's assists, points scored.
Steals, that 45-point game was an embarrassment.
Angel, as of yesterday, what's her name? Because Angel didn't get, 10 boards yesterday. Now Shepherd is the rebounding leader, and she has the most double doubles in a season right now. She has taken that over from Angel.
So what? They both have 17.
Huh?
They both have 17 double doubles.
No, I'm saying Shepherd, as of their last game, as of Dallas' last game, pushed her over Angel.
So she had 18 double doubles now.
The most double doubles in a season. I'm saying double doubles in a season. That
because I know Angel had 17 and she came out yesterday's game.
Well,
with,
I'm
5 rebounds and 8
points. I'm telling you what I'm looking at on ADP. I see you. Are you there?
Yeah, it's doing it now. It's doing it to me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's showing now. If you go to the W, you go to the website and you go to all the personal stats, the individual accolades and visual stats. Shepherd is 1, Angel is 2. She is at 11.7. Angel's at 11.6 or something like that, or 11.5. And so
and her scoring average dropped from 15.7 to 15.4 after yesterday's game. It dropped to 15.4, but it was
so 15. But I'm going to tell you, Angel doesn't care about that. She just cares about winning a game, and she cares about.
And obviously, Coach Carl didn't care about that either.
She really don't. I mean, she says it all the time. She doesn't care about that. It's about winning. If it happens, great. That is something that's natural for her. So when something is second, right? Shepherd is over there with the wings, and she
can't hear you, Tony.
She does, but when it comes to the percent,
we can't hear you, Tony.
Say again.
We couldn't hear you.
Oh.
We hear you now, Tom.
Okay. Yes, I'm saying that. Yes. Angel has 17. It's the amount of rebounds in a certain position. So although Angel has 17, higher, and her rebounding is higher. So
we don't hear you.
So
is Angel still leading in double doubles? I know she had 17. I would assume Shepherd tied her and not passed her. So how many double doubles does Shepherd have?
Some people saying 16 Shepherd, 17 Reese. Van said he think they were tied.
Yeah, they're probably tied because Angel had 17 going into last night's game, and she left with like 5 rebounds or whatever. And Shepherd played yesterday. I didn't check the box score, but Shepherd played last night, and Angel was ahead 17-16. So if anything, they would be tied, or Angel would still be ahead. But Shepherd did pass her for per rebound average. She now has 11.7, and Angel had 11.5. Angel had 11.8 before last night's game. But that's fine, because they have like, the Dream have like 18 more games to go. So as long as the refs don't do too much play. And it's so interesting, and I'm sure you saw this, ADP, the Sky, particularly in the second half, and Tyler Marsh even spoke about this. They played the Dream so flippin' hard, right? They scored a bunch of points in the first half. And then Tyler Marsh talked about this on the press conference, but he said, we got to get into their chest. And boy, did they get into their chest. Like, I was surprised they was playing such hard defense. But unlike a Clarkie, I'm not going to say, oh, they shouldn't play tough defense against the team, because at least I heard Tyler Marsh talk about it, and it just wasn't something vindictive thing from Sloot and whoever. Because, even in the post-game press conference, they asked Elizabeth Williams and Azare about Angel, and Azare just looked at Elizabeth Williams like, well, I ain't going to answer that question. And then, Elizabeth Williams gave her like, the most basic comments. So it's just real weird. And then when you see Tyler Marsh, he's gushing with praise for Angel from the scout, from the scouting report. And I sent that video to Tony, so I hope she plays it. Oh, she's not there. What you say, ADP, unless your mic is still off?
Yeah, it was. I was getting a bottle of water, MSL.
That's fine.
But what were you saying? What was the question you asked?
Oh, I was saying, see if I remember.
Because I was grabbing.
No, that's fine. I probably don't remember, but I was saying that Angel. Oh, I was saying that Tyler Marsh, in his press conference, he gave a summation of the Dream as a team on Angel versus Okot, because he was asked the question, how did you change your defense when Angel left the game and Okot was in the game? And I had sent Tony a message, for all the people who feel that, Angel is one-dimensional, we know she's not. But in Tyler Marsh's breakdown and analysis, he had a whole lot more to say about Angel than he did Okot. And obviously that's not a knock against Okot. That's just not only Angel's experience, but the breadth of her game. And he spoke about it like a coach, not like a fan as far as the scouting report. But what I was saying was the way they were playing defense against the Dream in the second half, like they were playing really, really physical and in the chest. And Tyler
a lot of that too was not, to me, a lot of that was not a lot of. Yes, they played a good game, but they also had help from the refs too.
Fair enough.
They had a lot of help from the refs, but yes, they still played a good game.
I'm back, y'all. I'm on my iPad right now.
Okay, Tony, we were holding you down. I had to go get some water, so MSL
continue to hold me down. Go ahead, continue to hold me down while I get my computer back up. I had to power my computer off and power it back on because I don't know what's going on with my computer. But look, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm here.
You sound good now, though.
Yeah, you sound real good.
Yeah, because I'm on my iPad. I stay on my iPad, huh?
No, this the best you sounded.
Hey, y'all, they think I need to stay on my iPad. Ain't that something? I might, if I do that.
Yeah, because when you were reading and stuff, we were trying to hear you going in and out, and then you come back like you done read it, but you read it to yourself, but not to us. So that's probably what they were saying, Tone. That's all.
Yeah. Let me get
the
computer back up. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Why, thank you. I always sound good, yeah.
No, well, we were stuffing though, right, ADP?
Yeah, MSL did good. I was just touching back off of that. How he was saying, like how Tyler was breaking it down and everything like that. And I was also explaining to him that also, they did play a good game, but they also had the refs help too.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah, and I actually sent you that video, Tony, where Tyler Marsh, he talked, it's a 9-minute video, maybe in about 3 minutes in, he talks about the dream, as far as how he talks about it. It's so funny because by the time he's done talking about the dream, you're sitting there like, God damn, this is a championship team. It's got to be the coach. If we don't go far, because if you listen to him, and like I said, I don't want to spoil it. You can play the video, but he also gives a breakdown of Okot and Angel because one of the reporters asked him, well, what's the difference when you put Okot in the game versus Angel? And he was just gushing with praise for Angel with her versatility. And he was speaking about it from a coach. Well, this is what Okot's gonna bring you,
Right.
da-da-da-da. And this what Reese, and and you gotta look for this.
You also gotta give Okot grace though, so you can't even do that right now. I can see if this was Okot's second year to do something like that, but it's not.
But I was saying, but
she look how many years of experience she had.
But I wasn't ADP, not to cut you off, but I wasn't saying it so much to knock Okot, and I don't think that's what he was doing. I think he was just.
Because I don't play by Okot MSL, but go ahead.
I think he was just speaking. No, Tyler, don't go beat Tyler Marsh up, ADP. Don't go to the All-Star game and wait for Tyler Marsh to stuff him in a garbage can. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
ADP about the ADP.
Don't Isabel Harrison, Tyler Marsh. Okay, ADP. Don't do that.
I have the lace fronts, baby. I got the lace fronts. Never mind.
Don't Sandy Brondello, Tyler Marsh, ADP. Okay. Don't make the man an endangered species. Okay.
No, you can't look. You can't give the enemy exactly what they give you. You just kill them with kindness and trust and believe. You'll see what happens.
No, he wasn't knocking Okot. I think he really likes Okot.
They say you funny over here on TikTok, ADP. They say you funny.
Yeah, don't be messing with Okot, talking about Okot, this Okot just got up in there, Tony. Leave our little baby alone. She tall. She ain't no little baby now, but I'm just saying, because she corrected Angel. Sorry, Okot. You grown, Okot. But I'm just saying.
She's like, ADP, you sound like a proud, you sound like Fly J Mama now, ADP.
No, I'm just saying, like, you can't do that. You can't put Okot when she wanted to listen, America. She wanted to stay an extra year. They ain't want her to do that. So she come into the league. She got on the right team. You got to get Okot grace because Okot is playing. I ain't the one to gossip, but she doing good compared to a lot of them players on the bench.
No, she is. No, but here's the thing.
I would have put her. I know we done seen it before. But if we had to switch it up, I would have came out with Okot instead of Barlace. But let me hush. Go ahead, MSL. We getting
you know what? Hey, I mean, you talking about it though. You talk about it. Go ahead, Big Mom.
No, I would have did that because yes, I get it. People are like, well, Barlace will give you a little more defense. Did you hear Okot, Tony? Okot is bringing the dog out on the court. She's saying her creative words, and guess what? She can say them, guys. Let Okot say her creative words. Yes, baby.
Yes, let me say her creative words. So you gonna see me on here twice. I'll take myself off stage.
I was about to say, who the other person?
Yeah, that's Tony.
Because sometimes I don't know if somebody else is on, and then they be sitting there, and I be going into a soliloquy, and I be like, oh, sorry, I didn't know they were there.
Hold on, let me.
That's why I can hear the echo.
Yeah, MSN.
Yeah, let me take you off double.
Well, you know, Tony, like she a ventriloquist. She can appear anywhere.
Look, guys. I was good until he started talking about Okot. So wait a minute.
Tony, play the video. It's just so she could see he wasn't hating. The point I was trying to make was before this morning when I first heard it, Tyler Marsh seems like a good guy. A nice guy. He's just arguably a bad coach, and he's definitely a kiss ass. But he seems like an okay dude. Like he's honest. He just got Grandma Sloot and idiot Jeff P pulling his strings. So you know what that means? He'll probably make an excellent assistant coach and probably not an excellent head coach. But nonetheless, like he's honest, and that's more than I can say for the players on the Dream. I'm sorry, on Chicago, they're haters, and more than I can say for the ex-Chicago people that are on Toronto right now, they're haters. Tyler Marsh, because Broclaw yesterday, let me go tell on Broclaw ADP, and you know he listening. Last night when he was on.
He was on last night?
Yeah, he was on like 88 times last night. I lose count. But
he wasn't on after the games and stuff because nobody came on 2:00 in the morning.
Well, I think no, like he had definitely heard the press conference. It could have been this morning. I'm sorry, it could have been this morning. And I had said, and I had made a comment about Harrison and Azare answering a question about Angel, and then he had said, "Oh, he thinks it's unfair when you ask right after a game what the players feel." But Tyler Marsh had no problem doing that. Like Tyler Marsh is sitting there telling you about Angel, telling you about Okai, telling you about the dream, etc. There was no bitterness in his voice. There was no unhappiness in his voice. He was a professional and did his job, at least with the press conference. A lot of these women in the league, they're not professional after a press conference, though I think most of them are. So that's why after the game, when Izzy Harrison didn't want to comment on Angel, and all she said was she was strong or some nonsense or physical, and that's all she could say. And she started twiddling her hair and looking around and all that stuff. She's just a hater, and it's really sad.
Yeah,
and
she was saying that she was physical. She's just a physical player. And she didn't want to comment on it, which was absolutely a good choice not to. Considering what she went through. Yeah, she gained a little bit of fame from social media side on what she did, but that fame is costing her because they're not on her side like they were anymore because they're simply not winning. But it is what it is. They allowed her girlfriend to get away with holding Angel as well. I mean, you just got so much going on. It's just different. So let me go ahead and get this video up that you want me to share. Can you all hear me?
Yes, very clearly.
Okay.
With your two avatars.
Let's get this up here. Let's go here. Where is it? There we go. All right, so let's get through this little commercial here. All right, let's take it off mute.
Coming out of half? I thought we picked up our defensive intensity in the second. It took us a while to get to that point in the first quarter, and it kind of set the tone for the first half. But I can't say much more about how much more competitive we were quarters 2 through 4. So it's a tough team to get in that big of a hole against because of the firepower that.
It got frozen, Tony.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Did it freeze up?
I'm going to hold it. Okay, let me go back to it. I don't know. Again, I'm on my laptop. You know how that goes. Here we go.
And so we had a lot of good moments today outside of that first quarter. So I don't want that to be lost. Yep.
What was the challenge of kind of defending on those high ball actions and taking the problem?
Yeah, it's just that it's especially with Canada ball pressure you apply to her on the perimeter because she obviously is so fast again downhill and putting pressure on the rim. The size and the strength that Okot and Bree Jones.
It got frozen again.
Well, Sal, they won't be the one and done team this year, baby. Get with the program. Look, trials and tribulations happen, but the dream will be back at the All-Star. But that game right there, that was awesome sauce. They did what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? So, not every victory gonna be pretty. Not every victory gonna be perfect. But you got it, Tone.
Okay. Yeah, I have to put it on pause.
We continue to be engaged with and in sync with how we want to play consistently. We'll find ourselves, on the other end of these games. I think that we played pretty good basketball. We're just struggling to overcome the hump on a consistent basis. But the effort is there, the fight is there, the commitment, the continuity is there. So we've got to put the piece together, coming out of this break.
I want to talk about the copy which part of that Angel Medina have a lot more time on the floor. What did you have to change defensively in your scheme when Medina was now at the
Okay, this for you, ADP.
Yeah. Well, first, I'm not sure how serious Angel's injury is, but prayers to hope everything is okay with Angel.
It froze again on prayers to Angel.
Let me say, you know why it's freezing? You want to know why? Let me say, you want to know why it's frozen?
Why? Oh, I don't want to know.
I'm gonna be nice.
Not for the week is busting my chops though, because I'm delineating Tyler's speaking versus all the nonsense that Tyler does and puts up with and fronts for.
You're glazing. You're glazing at 100%. You can't say nothing about Brooklyn glazing. You glazing March today. We got all that glaze.
You say glazing today?
On Marsh.
I'm only going because he gave an assessment of the Atlanta Dream that I think every Atlanta fan wants to hear, so they can look in Smecko's face and say, "Dude, he's making them sound like he's making our team sound like the Justice League." Like, dude, what you do?
This sound like a man that knows he messed up and he gonna do whatever it takes to try to mend that relationship. That's what this sounds like.
Well, it's not him. It's his boss. He has to do what he's told. So, in a sense of when it comes to that, because he didn't. I mean, it's a twofold. We can get on to that in just a minute. Let's finish this.
As a facilitator and as a scorer. And
go
as
back
a
couple of seconds, Tony, please.
From that standpoint, I think I'll credit our team for finding a way to get back.
Yep. Now it's a commercial. Now we gotta see a commercial.
Here is a
we gotta listen to commercial.
See, I don't get them ads, Tony. I guess because you're a woman. I don't get them ads.
Well, ads is a part of our shows now. So
congratulations.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm gonna watch this ad. So but we can't skip it.
It's just a little disappointing on our end for not being able to pull it out.
16 points in the first half. What did you see defensively that kind of broke down for you guys while she was able to get some clean runs there?
For Allisha? Yeah. I think that I thought that she was playing just really free. I thought Atlanta was playing just too free. And when you have as talented scorers as they do, you have to impact the ball and impact their body as often as possible. If they have too much space to operate, it's tough. Obviously, the downhill speed that she has the rim, but also the ability to shoot from three poses a dual threat. And I just didn't think that they felt our presence enough to start the game. But as the game went on, we did a really good job of impacting and making that adjustment, moving forward the rest of the way.
We coming up on that Okot Angel part, Tony, or are we already past that? I don't remember.
I think Tony went out too because she was glazing like it in herself with March.
Oh, that's fate, huh?
Ball
don't lie, huh?
Nope.
No, we're coming up on it. Remember, I gotta pause it. Okay, here we go. Well, I gotta go pause here, play there, pause.
To have it in.
Oh no, you know what? You're gonna have to go back. I'm looking at the red dot. The red dot. You probably need to pull it back to around that A. You see what the A is on the Atlanta Dream? You probably need to pull the red dot back to that, or the red bar, the red dot back to the A. Because it looked like it actually jumped. I guess she's frozen again, right, ADP?
Yeah, I think so.
Tony, if you can hear us, you got to pull the red dot back to around the A.
I
She probably
can't
gonna-
do anything with it right now because it timed me out again. Boy,
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I'm getting real irritated.
Yeah,
It's
it's all
okay,
right.
Tony.
It's all right. The
It's
chat
It's
understands.
okay, Tony. It's
No,
just
You got
Tyler
broke on
Marsh.
internet.
It's
The chat
okay.
understands.
It's just Tyler Marsh, Tony. It's okay.
Yeah. No, not for the week was busting my chops. Talk about I was glazing Tyler Marsh this morning on Bro Claude's show, and I was just like, I'm not glazing him. He's just, he's just
Oh,
giving
you glazing.
a
You
basketball
glazing.
analysis. He still, he still got issues as a coach, and most importantly, he still ain't got no backbone. And he's allowing the team, to basically tell him what to do. Like the fact that in that same press conference, like he said with a straight face to the press that Sloot was going to start, and like she needed to be out there, and everybody's thinking like, what? Why is the 38-year-old? Yeah, Broclaw was glazing Sloot this morning, right? But I still
Oh, he
don't think.
was, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, he was, huh?
Talking about how
Wow.
the team was actually winning with her and how she did play well yesterday and all of that stuff. And we like, but she's still 48 years old. What difference does it make? Yeah, she coming off an ACL.
Tony, I've been telling you and Keisha, but look, I've been laying off since the college days, with LSU and South Carolina with him. But he be over there glazing, Tony. He hear what we saying and be on the panel, but he love his Chicago, so he gonna be over there. Glazing.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Like he would rather have Sloot do something good because it's Chicago. And we keep telling him, but we don't care. So it's like, oh well, but he bleed and loves Chicago so much that deep down inside, though he don't want to admit it, he wants to see Sloot do well. If it helps the team win, whether even accidentally, because he knows it's not Sloot that's making it happen. But yeah, he did give that concession this morning, and then not for the week on tell me. So I guess she thought everybody was glazing, but no, I wasn't.
Not for the week was one of the witnesses in MSL.
She heard me.
Other people in the chat say you was glazing too.
Yes, they heard me talk about Marsh.
That's glazing. That was glazing.
No, I just thought the chat would be interested in his assessment of the team and his assessment of Angel and Okot, because he described Angel exactly how I see her, and I'm assuming how a lot of you guys see her. So if you ever get into an argument or debate or whatever, and you need a little clip, Tyler provides the clip. That's all I'm saying.
It's okay.
And if you want to think the team can win a championship, then Tyler gives you the clip because, like I said, he make the team sound like the Justice League.
Oh, okay. What team the Justice League? We Marvel over here. What Justice League?
Oh, I heard that. Okay, the Avengers. I'm sorry.
You.
What about the Avengers?
He gonna say the
Leash.
What?
Well, Leash and Riri talk about Iron Man.
Yes, he's Marvel.
Yes.
We Marvel on the dream. He gonna say Justice League. No,
We ain't no Justice League. We ain't no Justice
Marvel.
League. Anyway, look, I'm listening to Goon. Goon said, and I'm gonna quote Goon. Goon said,
Oh God.
he said, my side, Tony, he stole your takes. He said,
Uh-oh.
She'll be back in.
Yeah, not your day today, Tony.
It's
Did
her
he
day,
really
MSL.
try to
It's her
did
day.
he
It's her day. She just having
did he
technical
really try to steal my take, y'all? Did he really try to steal my take?
What did Goon say?
He he said that Bro Claude tried to steal my take and made a fool of himself.
Oh no, I don't know. Did he ADP?
I don't know.
don't
I
know.
missed it this morning. I overslept.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
my
he was
goodness.
glazing slew for real. Yeah, he was like, well, I know Skylar not playing, but you know, but they did lose 5 in a row when Skylar didn't play.
Oh, so
But
now he want to talk about Skylar.
no, yeah, he was bad mouthing Skylar. He was bad mouthing her. Yes, he was.
No way.
Yes, he was talking about, but they did win 2 in a row with Sloop.
Oh, man. Okay, thanks for letting us know.
Well,
that,
I mean,
man.
I can go pull it up because it can really show who's done what, when, why, how. I mean,
And why is he
the team is just
comparing
healthier.
Skylar?
And what he has to also realize, MSL, chat, and ADP, is that
When Tony come back, she gonna say what she got to say. Scream y'all,
So-
y'all gotta leave Tony
So
alone.
ADP. So I had told Bro Claude I said, don't worry, y'all. He be switching like on RuPaul on a drag queen night.
it's going. I'm gonna end
Most
up
of-
turning off. I'm gonna just stay on my iPad because I'm just this here's and just killing me. And I can play it, and you guys can just hear it from there because
That's fine.
this here is
Okay.
tipping me out.
Okay.
So, yeah. Let me
You
turn
talking about
this down so
dummies.
it doesn't interfere with our conversation.
That's
So,
fine.
yes. So, no, what I was saying was, yes, the thing is, they said Tony is saying it right now.
He ready to chuck Skylar aside for Vandersloot if they could win some game. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is the deal, right? The majority of the time that Skylar was running a team, Azare was hurt. She had 3 games from Rakia before Rakia got hurt. Then Azare didn't come right away. So it's unfair assessment of Skylar with this team when it's healthy. Now you have Sloop here and the team is healthy. So what are we talking about here? There's no shit to talk about when it comes to the Sky. They got to get their stuff together.
And definitely, no
They just got to get it together, right? You can't pass judgment. And I'm gonna have a conversation. Me and my old brother gonna have a conversation about that. It's gonna be one of those good conversations too. It's gonna be on live because you gotta assess the team from where it was to what it ended up being when Jackson went down to Azare still not being in the lineup to then she comes in to restricted minutes to now having Sloop come back. There's a number of things you have to think about, period. So let me see. Let's play this. Let's see if it plays.
Setting up flare, a high flare on the opposite side. We did a really good job of defending that. And I think that as their act broke down, it was a little bit of a last effort. And Jordin was able to break free from JC a little bit. And that downhill speed is tough to contain when you have all your defenders lifted. Will try to do a good job as she could. Gaps could only give a little bit of help off the corner because it's Rhyne Howard over there. So they put you in a tough predicament when you got 5 scorers out there, 5 people that can hurt you and win a game. And so credit to them for executing late game.
Okay, big girl. Oh, his mic went out. Uh-oh. So that was the part basically he was saying about them.
Yeah, the part about Angel and
along?
Okada is around the A. If you pull the dot back to around the A.
Around the what?
You see, pull it back,
The
keep going.
A?
I'll tell you when to stop. Pull it back. Yeah, pull it back. Yes, right there.
Okay.
The wonders of the
Let's let
internet,
it-
right, Tony?
Here we
Put a
go.
lot of pressure on your defense.
I guess it has to catch
Okay.
up because you have rewinded it so quickly.
Yeah, it does.
It'll play when
It's
it wants
doing
to
that.
play, right?
Yeah, the players was that. So basically, he just give us a synopsis of what he's talking about because this.
Yeah,
this internet
they
is-
were asking him questions about about Okot and Angel specifically. He was speaking about Atlanta's big specifically, Atlanta's guard specifically, and Atlanta's starting five, and the type of pressure that they put on you as a team.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get this to work here.
What was the challenge of kind of defending on it, those high ball actions that they put problem?
Yeah, it's just that it's with, especially with Canada, how much
It's about the circle because you can't hear it. It starts to, it's going to circle when you can't hear it. All right. I'm just not going to play it because it's driving me insane.
That's all right. Yeah, basically he was just saying that Okot puts a lot of pressure on you, presumably with her size. He said they both put a lot of pressure on you down low. And then he said Okot, maybe gets a little deeper. He didn't say her size, but presumably because of her size. And then with Angel, he was saying, Angel, you not only have to account for her down low, but you have to account for her on the perimeter. You have to account for her as a facilitator, and you have to account for her as a screener. So he had said you got to account for Angel down low. You got to account for Angel on the perimeter. You got to account for her as a facilitator, and you also have to account for her as a screener and what she can do, in the screen. So that's essentially. And then he was saying that the team on a whole, their bigs put a lot of pressure on you because he said they're big and strong, particularly Bree Jones, Okot, and Angel. And then he talked about their shooting with Leash, Rhyne Howard, and Nas, and how they put pressure on you with their shooting. So, and then he said all 5 players can score, and they put a lot of pressure on you, and they can go down, and they can go downhill. And he said, and that puts a lot of pressure on you, trying to keep them from going downhill.
Right. Okay. I mean,
so moral of the story, Smeth's gonna need to do his goddamn job.
Right.
Joke.
Tyler knows what to say and how to speak up and what to do. I think that, again, and this takes me back to the conversation that we had, just a tidbit speck of it, and I said we'll get back to it a little bit later. What Tyler isn't the reason that Angel is gone, right? Tyler is a new coach. Tyler had some big dreams for Angel, but Tyler as a new coach spells and brings something different to the team. In order for Tyler to have been able to sustain and keep a player like that, he would have had to go against big nose guy, right? And so that's something that he's not gonna do. He's not gonna go over the GM. He's just not gonna do it. He's not gonna go over the general manager. He's not gonna go over any of those guys. Your boss is your boss, and you do as you're told. And we got to hear that in maybe I think it was 2 press conferences ago, before 2 games prior to this, where he said when they made the decision about Skylar. Right, it was like, yeah, well, we made, and he tried to correct himself and said we made the decision. First he said we made it, then he says I made the decision. Basically to put it on himself, so it doesn't seem like he doesn't put Jeff P in it, but he's in it regardless. He's in it regardless. Everybody knows.
He also mentioned Sloop.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. Sloop feels like this is what she's going to bring. You pay somebody that much money and then you tell them to go sit their $5 ass down. There's a problem with me. So that's all I can say with that being concerned. I did not know Keisha was coming on. I got about 5 more minutes, guys. So it says facts and Grizz. It's just everyone came in healthy. People keep saying Chicago isn't good, but when you're playing different lineups, you aren't going to win games. Absolutely. I mean, we talk about that just period for any team. We talked about the lineup with the Dream and how the start of that 3rd quarter was terrible and what they could have done better. But then also we know that there's things that Sky should have done. The problem is for the Dream to be up 22 and let the Sky come back and even take them to that place. That's a problem, right? So when you're up, you're up. And the problem is, until everybody is 100% trend ready to go, I'd say you add Dejanay to that, but Dejanay is on a 1-year contract, so you're not going to get Dejanay very long, because who knows if Dejanay wants to stay there with what's going on or the amenities that they have, or vice versa, or lack thereof. So you run into a situation with that as well. So, I mean, but I'm just gonna say this: like, I'm extremely excited that Canada was able to do what she did, and get the win, and work on areas of the game that were shy in that first. So,
Yeah, she had 0
what
points
I
in the
mean
first
by,
half.
huh?
Yeah, Canada had 0 points in the first half.
That's what I said. She has 0 points. So to come back in the start of the second half and give you what she didn't give you before, which we know that she's a beast. She spent a lot of time in that first half making sure that Bree Jones and Angel Reese touched that ball so they could play inside out, which is something that we asked for, which is absolutely important for a team like this. So, especially since they're such a high volume shooting team.
Tony, when does Cut
And
the Ish come on?
I think Big Girl just told me that Keisha is on. I didn't know Keisha was coming on.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It's
because
the
I
game
was.
today. She might be calling the game, Tony. Y'all
Oh,
might
you
be.
know what? It is. It's the game. It's the it is.
Dallas?
It's the so we're gonna go. I'm gonna go to the game with her in just a second. But I do want to say this. Um, leave no stone unturned. I think folks keep coming out doing this, saying the things that they're saying, and putting Angel in these situations. Angel just going to continue to be quiet, and those very same people that will be looking up the road for her later on. You know, people don't always like you, and for
Right.
this woman to come out and say what she said in regards to Angel, is absolutely um, unacceptable. I was going to use some other choice words, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole and do that. I'm just going to say it's unacceptable, and then I'm going to move on from there. But you have to not try and take people there. In other words, what I'm saying, why would you put yourself in a situation to where now I want to be that bad guy? I want to be that bad guy um, for my coach. I want to be
Yeah,
that
it's the
bad guy.
Liberty
I want to
versus
talk up
Dallas
for my.
today.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. She's live with the game. So I want to go look at some of her stuff because I guess I got to follow her to see it. Yeah. Yeah, I can't see her message, guys. Y'all would have to actually send it to me because although my page is open, I can't see her comments or anything like that. I can't see her comments, and I'm not going to follow her because she ain't worth my time.
Who, Tammy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that girl is crazy though, man. She got some it's
She
funny.
was crazy last year.
I believe it.
No, she put a statement up 21 hours ago. Said it takes a lot of ignorant racism to live on stolen land and complain about immigration. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I know. And then she said the complete opposite.
Do you hear?
She also
Do you hear this?
badmouthed Caitlin Clark fans as well last year. Or 2 years ago, she badmouthed Caitlin Clark fans.
I'm trying to leave at 8:30.
Okay, I'll try to be back before you.
This girl is
What is it
insane.
you got?
You got a hot mic,
You ain't got no money.
I have like a few dollars.
You got a hot mic,
ADP.
ADP.
Well, give my baby some. Oh, sorry guys. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Give Moo some chips. I'll send it.
Oh, you can unmute yourself when you come back. We couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
No, I was saying. No, I was saying that Temmie apparently had badmouthed Caitlin Clark fans in 2024. Then she said what you said she said last year. Then she's saying what she's saying this year. And with the additional stuff that looked like it was directed at Angel, talking about with all your fame, money, followers. That just sounds bitter and personal. Like, what does that have to do with anything? And unless you're the personal assistant of this coach, why are you doing this? Like Reddit, like I had said, you're either on payroll, you're stupid, or you're begging for a job, and then Reddit Milky Way said, how about all three? And that's what it seems like with Temi. And as y'all know, no matter how much you beg, they don't care about these women. They'll cut you next year, and you'll be out of a job after all this, Samboism and begging. Temi just sounds crazy, because why are you sticking up for this coach? And you a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you sticking up for her? That don't make no sense. Now, Tony, what I can say is, and if you can't do this now, fine. But for the future, when you can't play something, can I play something through my computer, or I need to play it on another computer or another phone for people to hear?
You should be able to. You should be able to tag it. Get in there.
Because I can play it now because I have speakers, but if I go into the computer, I'm talking to you guys now. Will it come through? Will it come through the earphones? I mean, come through on the air.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, probably, because normally when there's something else playing in the background, y'all can hear it, right?
Huh?
No, I was just saying that. Yeah, normally when YouTube is on, if it's playing, you guys can hear it, right?
No, not unless she pulls it up. But no, not in the background.
Let me see. Otherwise, I have to play it through the speaker.
Because usually you can. I forgot how you do it. I know Miss D do it too, and Tony them do it, but I've never done it like on somebody else's show. But I see them pulling, sometimes I don't have to pull stuff up. They have it already pulled up, and they'll drop it down there, and I just put it on the panel. No.
Okay, I'm back. What'd you say?
No, I was saying, if I play it, will you hear it, or do I have to play it through a speaker? But I guess we'll find.
Play it and see.
Let's see.
Yeah, play it and see.
So you can hear that?
No, you must have it on the silent. You must have it on silent.
Can you
silent
hear that?
Background.
Can you hear that?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So only I can hear it. Okay, hold on. Let me know if you can hear this. Oh, okay. So, okay, hold on. Let me know if you.
Coming out of half. I thought we picked up our defensive intensity in the second quarter. Thought it took us a while to get to.
Can you hear that, Tony?
Yes.
Coming out of half. I thought we picked up our defensive intensity in the second quarter. Thought it took us a while to get to that point in the first quarter, and it kind of set the tone for the first half. But I can't say much more about how much more competitive we were quarters 2 through 4. So it's a tough team to get in that big of a hole against because of the firepower that they have and the talent that they have. But we fought extremely hard to get back to take the lead, and it's just that when you expend that much energy to fight back from that big of a hole, you have a small margin for error. You got to play almost perfect basketball the rest of the way. And so we had a lot of good moments today outside of that first quarter. So I don't want that to be lost. Yep.
What's the challenge for trying to defend in those high all actions that they put problem?
Yeah, it's just that it's especially with Canada, how much ball pressure you apply to her on the perimeter, because she obviously is so fast again downhill and putting pressure on the rim. The size and the strength that Okat and Bree Jones and Angel have down there obviously puts pressures on your bigs, and so you got to have the right balance on ball pressure on the perimeter, especially when it's take your pick. If you got Allisha, if you got Rye, if you got Nas, all three are able to shoot, and so they put a lot of pressure on your defense.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube.
Yeah.
And YouTube Music Premium, the whole app.
Yeah,
As
so
we're talking
we were
about how
we were able to
confident,
hear.
you know, about being able to
Oh, the
turn things
commercial. I skipped
around
it.
after All-Star break, and it's kind of, you know, you guys are right there in it. What is it going to take for y'all to get over the hump and start winning these close games?
Yeah, I think that the more we continue to get healthy, we
And it's clear. It doesn't sound staticky, right, Tony?
No.
continue to be engaged with and in sync with how we want to play consistently. We'll find ourselves, you know, on the other end of these games. I think that we played pretty good basketball. We're just struggling to overcome the hump on a consistent basis. But the effort is there, the fight is there, the commitment, the continuity is there. So we just got to put the pieces together, you know, coming out of this break.
I want to talk about the copy which part of it. Angel got hurt, but Dina had to have a lot more time on the floor. What did you have to change defensively in your scheme when Ladina was now at
So she
5
asked
lot of
what
times?
scheme did you change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first, I'm not sure how serious Angel's injury is, but prayers to hope everything is okay with Angel. I think that just the difference is they both put pressure on the rim in terms of their low post presence and rebounding presence. I think Angel's a little more versatile on the perimeter, so you got to account for her as a facilitator and as a scorer and as a trainer. From that standpoint, I think Okad's able to put a little bit more pressure deep inside the paint, just her natural presence out there, where Angel is just a little more versatile in terms of how she, you know, gets her points and able to create offense for them. And so that's what changes a little bit. But I thought that, you know, for the most part in that second half, I thought we defended Atlanta about as well as you could.
And I actually asked the player about that final play with Jordin. You spoke about speed and things like that. What did you see from a coaching perspective that Atlanta did in that very last play?
Yeah, well, you know, it looked like they wanted to get Leash to the rim, setting a flare, a high flare on the opposite side. We did a really good job of defending that. And I think that as their action kind of broke down, it was a little bit of a last effort. And Jordin was able to break free from JC a little bit. And that downhill speed is tough to contain when you have all your defenders lifted. E-Will tried to do a good a job as she could. Gabs could only give a little bit of help off the corner because it's Rhyne Howard over there. So they put you in a tough predicament when you got 5 scorers out there, 5 people that can hurt you and win a game. And so credit to them for executing late game or finding a way, and credit our team for finding a way to get back in the game. It's just a little disappointing on our end for not being able to pull it out.
16 points in the first half. What did you see defensively that kind of broke down for you guys while she was able to get some clean looks there?
For Allisha? Yeah. I think that I thought that she was playing just really free. I thought Atlanta was playing just too free. And when you have as talented scorers as they do, you have to impact the ball and impact their body as often as possible. If they have too much space to operate, it's tough. Obviously, the downhill speed that she has at getting to the rim, but also the ability to shoot from 3 poses a dual threat. And I just didn't think that they felt our presence enough to start the game. But as the game went on, I thought we did a really good job of impacting and making that adjustment, moving forward the rest of the way.
I want to ask about the play where I think there's 15 seconds left. I think you guys were down 1. Do you remember that one? Like Sloot had it, or a couple different screens for. I just wanted to ask, like, what was the goal? What the main thing that you were looking for on that play?
To have it in Sloot's hands and for Camilla to be involved in the ball screen there.
Did you hear what he just said? To have the ball in Sloot's hands.
I heard exactly what he said. Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Main thing that you were looking for on that play.
To have it in Sloot's hands and for Camilla to be involved in the ball screen there. Most times, Sloot is seeing unders and ball screens, and which usually leads to a rescreen for us. And so we're trying to get her to get downhill a little bit, or at the very least, force the big to commit. Now we have something with Mill, which she was able to get a couple possessions earlier. So credit to Atlanta again for defending it well and forcing a tough one. We had our opportunities, but that was kind of the mindset there.
And the one that Sydney did hit was a play for her.
Yeah, it was a reset, so it's we've ran that in the past. Sky hit one at Indiana off of it. We ran it a couple of times throughout this year, and she's one on our team that can make something happen in those moments, and so we trusted her with it, and she had a big one.
So pause it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, now he gets into his team and how they perform and what they'll do better. But his analysis of the dream was exactly right. You have to be able to put your player and your team in a position to try to be successful when you got so many scores, dominant scores on the floor at the same time. And I thought that part on Semesco was a wise choice. And I'm glad he used Bree Jones versus Okot. I know people were like, well, Okot was in there. She could have done it. She's a rookie, and
Right.
she doesn't have enough game time experience to be in the game in that particular moment. And so Tyler's
And you don't know
assessment of
what
that,
Okot would have did with the ball in that
you don't know
situation,
if she would have turned the ball over, got it knocked out of her hand, and maybe she would have completed the pass. We just don't know. We don't know because she wasn't put in that situation. And so at that point, we basically just got to say, hey, it is what it is. My girl Paige isn't playing tonight. I'm
really?
disappointed.
Oh, because of the concussion.
Yeah, so I'm wondering how long she's going to be on concussion protocol. Is she going to be able to play? And
Let's see what Jess Shepard does without Paige.
Yeah, right now, Jess Shepard in the second quarter. We just started the second quarter. She already got six boards. So Jess Shepard is boarding. She's boarding. She only have 2 points. She's not scoring, but she is getting rebounds. She has 2 assists, 2 points.
She's gonna pass. She's gonna pass Angel if she hasn't already on the average.
Well, on the average of rebounds, that's the one that I was trying to.
I think she has 11.7 right now, and Angel has 11.5.
Yes, so that's what they are. So on the rebounding leaderboard, it is Jessica Shepard, then Angel Reese. So Jessica Shepard 11.7, Angel Reese 11.5, Asia Wilson 9.8, Shakira Austin 9.4, and Anissa Morrow 9.4. So that's the leaderboards for as that is concerned. So when you look at the ratio, which puts her up there, although she has, so the double doubles are the double doubles, right? And I know that we were talking about that in the chat a little bit, but when you start talking about points and percentages with the rebounds and how that equates and will push a person over the hump. So Angel still leads. Go ahead.
Well, what Basketball Reference does, if you were looking at that, they start off with the totals first, which kind of throws you off because we think in terms of average for the rate 11.7, 12.0, but they start off with totals, but then the second one then gives you the average, and that's how Basketball Reference does their statistic. They give you the totals first, and then the rate or percentage.
Well, at the end of the day, Jessica Shepard is she's getting the numbers. She's getting the numbers because she is. She's doing a great job at it. I just think she did need to leave the Lynx in order for her to have this moment and to be able to shine and do what she's doing. I would love at some point to see her I don't know, just get the recognition that she has, period.
She has 16. She has 16. So if she gets a double-double today, she'll be tied with Angel for 17.
Yeah, she'll be tied for 17. Exactly. So, yeah, we know she has 16 because she got 16 the other night on Saturday. And Angel had 17. So it was 17 and 15 after Friday. And then she played and she ended up with 6. She ended up with 16. So if she gets the double-double tonight, which she probably will, she will definitely be tied with Angel for as double-doubles. But what
is the game in New York or Dallas?
The game is in it looks like it's in New York.
Because if they get blown out in this game, then Jose seemed like the kind of coach that would just sit her and not just, and not have her stat pad. You know what I mean?
Nah, it just depends. But I mean, she still got to be a scorer even prior to just sitting her, right? They're in the
We'll
second
see.
quarter right now. They're in the second quarter and they're up. They're up by 3. It's 30-27, Dallas Wings. So
Okay.
don't know what the turmoil is there.
Hopefully New York is not
Coming
that
by
bad.
way of Enrique, AZ Foot, and AK are getting it done right now, along with Maddie Seacrest. Maddie Seacrest is doing her thing. She's 3 for 3, so right now she's perfect. And so AZ Foot has to step in where Paige is out. So you just got to get it done at the end of the day. We'll see. But it's going to go back and forth. We know Stewart is going to do Stewart things. Right now, Jessica Shepard is 1 of 2. She's only taken 2 shots in that first quarter, and don't know what she's going to do throughout. But I do, I'm excited for her. But for as double doubles, she has the most double doubles in a single season. She surpassed Angel, is what I was saying earlier, for as double doubles in a single season.
How? If Angel is leading for this season?
No. She is leading, period. But in the when we're saying double doubles in a single season, the consecutiveness. Remember how Angel was in her rookie year, the consecutive double doubles, back to back to back to back to back to back. That is what she's leading it. She is not leading
passed Angel for 15 consecutive double doubles.
She is not. Yeah, there's some games Angel didn't have double doubles.
But no. Right now, Jessica Shepard has 16 double doubles.
Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is consecutively, not saying that she has more than her. She has 16. Angel has 17. We're talking about consecutively.
But I don't think she has 16 consecutive double doubles, though, Tony. That's what I'm saying.
No, it may not be. Remember, they've played a total of. I'm gonna tell you right now. They've played a total of 20. What is it? They played a total of 23 games. So it's a possibility that somewhere there's very few that Jessica Shepard has not had a double double. MSL. There's a few that I'm gonna click on them right now.
I'm gonna ask the Google and see what it says.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what was said, and it's it's a common. It's it was on Threads. It was on.
It says her current double double streak is 5 games.
Right. Remember, Angel got up 15. Angel got up to 15, but the breakdown, and then there was a space in between, right? I'm just giving you what the analytics are that they're saying there. So I'm going to it right here, and you're gonna see. We get to see it right here. Of course, I can't do it because I'm not on my iPad. I mean, I'm on my iPad. I'm not on my.
No, what you're talking about? Hold on.
Yes.
No, what she did was she broke Liz Cambage's record for 15 for most double doubles in a single season. She broke Liz Cambage's record, but it wasn't a WNBA record.
No, it's not. I didn't say a WNBA record. So no, it's not a WNBA record. So that's what I want people to not be confused about what I'm saying. So good, you said it. So now they can hear you and understand it, because it's like, no, Angel. I said, guys, I know.
Yeah, she broke Liz Cambage's 2018 franchise record, 15 for the most double doubles in a single season by a Dallas Wings player.
Yes.
That's
because
that's
I'm
the
looking
record.
at it right here where she's just ripping it up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
And her current streak is 5 games. Her current streak.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's had a few that's been 5. Now she has 1, 2, 3, 4. She's had a few 4s. No, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But she had 5 early on, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She had 5 early on in the season. After the first 3 games, she had 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She had 9 that became Becker's, and then she went back to it, and it just became Shepard all the way through. So yeah,
I think a lot of these teams
I just want to be able to give players, when I mention it, I don't want everything to always solely be about Angel, because we know what Angel does and what she brings to the table, and we want to give excitement.
Oh, absolutely.
Shed light, but I want to give Jessica Shepard her flowers for being the leader for her team, for her franchise right now. When it comes to that, that's the same as I would do if it was Asia, or like,
right.
I love the that are Jackie's doing. Like last year, I could not stop raving about Jackie because Jackie played extremely well. So
And
I
she's
want
playing great this year too. 16, she's
is
averaging over 16 points and 6.6 assists.
absolutely,
And
absolutely. So
nobody's talking about her.
and that's why I want to make sure while I'm doing my segments, I'm gonna pick a player and I'm just gonna give out what they're doing and how they're pushing themselves to excellence within their organizations, right? And it will spill out. So organizational wise, a lot of players are doing a lot of things within their organizations. That's great. And we're not talking about the WNBA as a whole. We're talking about their particular franchise in the Wings franchise for Shepherd, or in the Dream franchise for Angel, or in the Aces franchise for Jackie or Asia Wilson or Jewel Lloyd or one of them, right? Same thing for Paige Beckers and what she's doing, and Caitlin Clark for some of the things that she's doing. Not too much glazing on her because,
Or Kelsey Mitchell.
or Kelsey Mitchell. Like Kelsey Mitchell is balling out of control. So I want to make sure that those ladies get their flowers, because it's not always just about just the two of them. And I know the Dream is my team, as y'all can see that are here. You know, the Dream is my team. They're my home team. They're the closest to Louisiana, so that's my home team. I don't only just cheer for them just because Angel's on there. I cheered for them a little bit last year, but I was more of a Sky Glazer because Angel was with the Sky. And I also still like the Sky for none other than Camilla. So we got to do what we got to do.
What did you think
I really
about Angel's sneakers yesterday? If you saw the game, her sneaker came, and it's not like it hasn't happened before, so we don't have to be alarmed. But her sneakers came off earlier in the game, and then when she had that breakaway layup, even though Sloot was trailing her, you know, her ankle kind of twisted, and then her knee gave out, so it looked like she had another sneaker accident. I know we're not playing in them like that, but does that concern you with her sneakers? And for someone who
no.
grew up with high tops, I know some people will argue that, oh, you don't need high tops, and as long as they wear an ankle brace, which I think I've heard
No.
you say Angel does, so it may not make a difference. But are you concerned with
Nope.
her sneakers or herself, or you just think it was just one of those things?
It's just one of those things. I don't think that's the case. I think sometimes that happens. You can step wrong and you can have your shoe tied tight, right? And it can come off. It just depends on the moment, right? I think that sometimes someone made a silly comment that those big old boats were too heavy on her feet and that's why blah blah blah. That's not the case. Those shoes aren't very heavy. So whoever said that they have not tried Angel Reese's shoes.
Yeah,
So
they're very comfortable.
it doesn't, it's not her shoe. She just, the drop step it's just landed wrong. That's all. I mean, it happens. But I want people to also take this in context, right? Because Angel, when she was hacked by Williams, right? A play or two before that, I don't think anybody paid attention, but she buckled there too.
Mm.
She buckled there too, going down to the ground. And then she's just
You
sitting there
talking about the
like,
one where Ryan took the tech for her?
yeah,
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 she was very upset about that because she's like, it's like, what do I have to do to get a foul, especially on my home court?
yeah. It's crazy, man. It's beyond me. Like they're gonna get that girl. They're gonna do some damage if they don't. Like, and they
It
wonder why. People's like, well, she didn't finish. She didn't finish last year. She didn't finish the year before. Well, I guess you can't when people are like climbing your back and fouling you and knocking you out. You're giving her a tech because her hand landed wrong after she followed through, but you can't give her a tech for somebody blatantly knocking her right in the face, trying to block the shot to keep her from scoring, and that's not a foul. So it's a no-win situation.
it's very subtle, but they know how to mess up her averages. Cause like take her turnovers, right?
Yeah.
Most of her turnovers are offensive fouls 3-second violations and screens where Rhyne leaves too early on the pick and roll or on the screen. Like you know, she may make
Of course.
one or two. Like yesterday, I think she had 1 or 2 passes that went astray, and they weren't even her fault. But she rarely gets stripped. If she's going to get stripped, it'll happen when she grabs the rebound and she first starts to run off. If there's a guard around, maybe the guard, will reach for the ball and get it. But once she starts going, you're not stripping her. So it's rare when it's a pass or a strip. It's all that stuff that the refs
You're right.
control. Travel calls, when phantom travel calls like the one in Toronto, which even the announcers agreed that it wasn't a travel. So because once we started talking about Clark's turnovers, then it seems like they reverse Uno, and then all of a sudden they start giving Angel turnovers. Once we start talking about Clark's field goal percentage, they reverse Uno and they start not calling fouls down low to lower Angel's percentage. It's some 666 stuff these people are doing. Like really, like what? Like what? It's like y'all really
here's
hate
the
this
deal.
girl as
Like
much?
just like I see you, Keisha Posey said, she used to come out of the Nikes too. Angel, that's just Angel. It doesn't matter about shoes. People don't pay attention. They don't know Angel, so they really don't pay attention. But true, if they didn't pay attention, the highlight reel is there every time they show the LSU.
Oh, like when her sneaker came off at LSU and she blocked the shot.
Right. And she blocked the shot. So her shoes came off. And that's the first time her shoe came off. But ankle braces is something she prefers to be taped. And so she'll get taped up, pre-wrap, white tape, and then she'll put the black mesh tape over the top of the white tape. So she likes her ankles, both ankles, to be taped anyway, which is absolutely best to me for most players in a league. I think that when you wear braces, they weaken your ankles to me. And it just depends on what braces you buy. I think you need to allow your ankles to really truly be healthy. But so just taping them allows you to have more mobility and able to move more fluently. And you can in some ankle braces, and some they're just stiff. What they do is they weaken your ankles. So then when you don't have them on, your ankles don't do too well. There's a couple times where she's worn some ankle braces over, but as of lately, even last year, she gets them taped and then she gets the black tape put over, like the same black Knies tape that kind of goes over her thumb to kind of protect that cast that she once had. That's why I don't like the fact that she had tape on her wrist going down, Knies tape going down her wrist in that Belts game. I just think it's just crazy.
So even
we hope to see it better.
So even though she has low tops or mid tops, you're not worried because she's taping her ankles.
Yeah, because all high top shoes do is support the ankle, right? It's a high rise shoe that you tie, and some don't get taped. So if you tweak your ankle, it's like, oh shoot, I gotta go to the back, I gotta get my ankle taped, or I gotta tie my shoe extremely tight, so it does, to keep the swelling down. Well, as soon as you come out of it, it's gonna swell anyway. But it's best to have them taped, which, as you can see, I don't know if most people pay attention, but most of the players are taped.
Right.
Skullbrain
Nation said she stepped wrong.
Really high. She literally just stepped wrong. That's it. When she went for the jump stop, she just literally stepped wrong. That's all.
So you think she saw Sloot's face and it scared the heck out of her? She had like a nightmare or something?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my butt up out of here because we've been on here for 2.5 hours. And my girl Keisha is still
Tony said 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did.
And we didn't know whether you were there or not, ADP. That's why we
You got quiet on
that. I was there. I had to throw on my clothes right quick.
Yeah, I figured you were doing something.
Thought you had to handle your domestic business,
No, that was my son. No, they always want to go somewhere. And so guys, real quick, Tony, he got a savings account he don't want to touch. So he'll say he don't have no money. So guess who money he gets, guys?
Mama's always.
Yeah, but I was like, you got some. I can't touch that. So stop saying you don't have no money. You got it in your savings. No, it's my savings. Well, you got to save up.
Well, that's why you're a
Man,
mama. You
and
just
they do
mama
it while you on the
saving.
phone or doing something, you know?
Yeah, I know all the time. But let's get over to Keisha. I'm just gonna say this, so you
Okay,
guys
all
can
right, Tone.
I want to say thank you to everybody that came in the building. I know some, quite a few left already because they went over to the game with Keisha. But those that stuck around, even those that came, they'll see this on playback. Make sure y'all tell them go back and hype up this video. Thank you guys for coming in. MSL, you know it's always a pleasure. ADP, you know how we get down. You know how we rock. I appreciate you for coming in the building. But
You're welcome, Tone.
what an unbelievable finish at the end of the day for the Dream versus the Sky and Canada being able
Jordin
to break
Canada,
free
oh Canada.
and doing what
We
you did.
needed that game,
Oh,
Tone. We needed
Canada,
Canada.
absolutely, exactly.
we needed
So
that the way it
again,
went. The way it went down.
yeah,
We needed
the
everything that
way
was
it
in
went,
there.
I'm cool with that. Right, the way to hit that buzzer beater, I'm cool with that. The Dream survives yet another tight game, and so this type of game reminds me of the first three games of the season. But nevertheless, it's okay. We spent a lot of time covering the Sandy Bernadello situation with Angel and the situation of what she said, the special or whatever species or whatever it is, saying she has a special whistle. We spent a lot of time on that, which was actually much needed considering the comeback after that with folks online. I just think they really truly got to get themselves together and stop coming at that young lady that way. At some point, maybe it'll die down, but it just seems like every single year something new happens and some new crazy situation. Again, y'all told the lady you didn't want her speaking that much. She really doesn't like to speak that much, but y'all keep putting it in front of the camera. There's like, well, what if she doesn't? Well, she's gonna be fine if she doesn't, right? Some fine she says she'll take, and some she just absolutely have to go and talk in front of the camera. I think that being with a team like Atlanta, it affords her a great opportunity, and she feels comfortable with going in front of the media, right? Because this particular media staff does not come after her for things. They just ask the basic questions, simple questions that they're supposed to ask. That's the norm questions that you would ask
Right.
almost all the players. They don't try to find things to ask her that will put her in a situation where now she has to try to defend something
Oh
she
my
said
God,
or
Tony.
be choicey. What?
Tony, not to cut you off. I'm going through basketball reference, sorry. And under personal fouls, guess who has the most personal fouls in the WNBA?
Oh,
Angel Reese, 93.
we know.
So perception is reality, apparently.
I mean, we just that when you see stuff like that, when you sit, it's like you see something, you say something, right? That has to be blasted. Somebody got to
And
put that
she's
all over
tied with
social
a
media.
scrub in Toronto. Like some guy, I don't
Yeah,
even know who she is. Laura, I
yeah,
can't even pronounce
yeah.
the
She
name.
she has the most, and she's gonna continue to get the most if they don't fix this issue. Unfortunately, I hate that for her. But right now, it kind of she just has to play through it, which is sad to say, play through it, or else she sits out, right? And she doesn't want to have to sit out anymore. This is crazy. Yes, she has the most. I thought you were gonna say
No,
she's
she
sitting on
has the
the guys.
most. No, she's tied with Clark for 7 techs, but she also
Yeah,
has the number. She also has the number one in total personal fouls,
yeah.
93.
I get it. I absolutely believe it. I'm not surprised that she has that. I'm not surprised that she has it at all. I'm really not. But just them doing what they did and surviving, and her being able to enjoy this win with her team, I'm absolutely glad that it fell the way that it did, considering what happened. And I think that she'll be fine. Again, we want to make sure that there's nothing serious with her. So I'm sure that we'll hear something later on, or even possibly tomorrow, and then we can go from there. But having this break right now is actually good. So we're hoping that
Yeah.
Angel Reese receives good news from whatever it is that is going on with her. That she receives
Hmm.
good news. I rebuke anything else in the
That's
name,
right.
right?
That's
So
right,
we just
Tony.
say that she's going to be fine. And if you enjoyed this show, make sure you go ahead and hit the sub button, because you should have already hit the like button, right? If you
Mm.
didn't, hit it on your way out the door. then make sure you hit the subscribe button, and then you'll see a notification bell. You'll see that notification bell. Hit that so you're notified every time Court Vision with So Pretty Tony drop. And until next time, keep supporting women's basketball. Keep supporting the conversation. Keep the conversation extremely respectful. Until everyone else around you to come and check out my channel. We really enjoy having great conversation over here. We really enjoy talking nothing but straight basketball. The issues that are out there, how they can get better, and what we can do moving forward from a great standpoint. But again, come on over, check me out. And with that being said, guys, I appreciate you. And ADP and MSL chat, guess what? We are absolutely out of here.
Okay, Tony, thank you.
All righty.
You're welcome. You got it, MSL. Thanks. I appreciate you.
No problem.